Listen, it's your time. I didn't do what I'm doing now for 14 years because I didn't realize that it was my time. And what I did was I disqualified myself as opposed to becoming actively engaged in this thing called life. I want you to write this down. Seize the moment. Here's a quote I want you to think about. If you put everything off until you're sure of it, you'll never get anything done. And so I remember thinking about, well, I don't have a college education. Well, I don't have any paper behind my name. Listen, what you have and who you are is enough. I constantly say, live like a warrior. And warriors are always in fight mode because this thing called life, it's challenging. You got to fight for peace of mind. You got to fight to stay away from toxic, negative, energy draining people. You've got to fight to put all your efforts and energy into things that's productive and purposeful. See, it doesn't take any motivation to procrastinate. It doesn't take any motivation to put things off, but it takes motivation to be optimistic in spite of the circumstances and the adversities that's always knocking at the door or peeping through the window. If you put everything off till everything get right, oh, when I get all my ducks lined up, is that right? What if it's not duck season? Listen, do what you're gonna do and do it now. I'm 75, and so I know a thing or two. I'm finding so many of my classmates, only time that I get calls from them is when someone dies. Send me some information about the ones that are living. Send me something about my classmates that's living their dream, that's creating generational wealth, so I can emulate that, so I can be encouraged by that. Don't tell me about people that's dying. I find out sooner or later. All of us gonna go. Nobody's figured out how to get out of life alive. So here's something that Shakespeare said: defer no time. Delays have dangerous ends. You think about that. Because I didn't think I can be who I'm now being. Here's what I know. If you focus on living, if you focus on being actively engaged in life, where you can do more, that you can achieve more, the possibilities are unlimited. And so I was hungry. How did you get started? I was hungry. I was hungry to do something that would give my life a sense of value. When you don't have enough courage to do what it is that you've been sent here to do, when you don't have enough courage to do that, life moves on you. You were chosen to do the greater work. That's why you're still breathing. We were created by the Creator to create. People that are hungry, they're positive about what they want. They're persistent. They keep coming back again and again and again. They know that you will fail your way to success, are willing to persevere when it appears that all the odds are stacked against them. As long as they got a pulse, they keep coming back. They don't give up. They might bend, but they won't break. Are you hungry? I asked myself, if I died now, what would I be upset about? Some dream that I had that I put off, that I didn't get done. Gary Cox said this: when there's an argument between your mind and your heart, follow your heart. There's eyesight and there's mind sight. See, the mind, that's where your imagination resides, because all dreams happen twice. First in the mind and then in the without. One of the things I'm doing, this is the beginning of the year, and I want you to listen to me closely. You can't make it by yourself today. Let me say something that the news won't tell you. He's in all of this. God is in this mix up in here. Do you hear me? Breaking news. He's still on the throne. That's the breaking news. There will be no commercial breaks. All things work together for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. But what about my adverse circumstances right now? Trust me, it's going to work out. Well, what about the fact that I'm facing eviction? What about the fact that I've lost my job? Trust me, trust him. It's going to work out. This is not the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter in your life. And as you believe, as you keep the faith, in this place where we are, it's easy to have faith when you got money, you got your health. No. You're going to get some whippings in this thing called life. And no guts, no glory. It takes guts to continue to believe, to stand strong, to stand up inside yourself, to come back again and again and again. It takes guts to look at things that you put all your effort and all your money in, and you lose everything except your life. You're still here. You're still breathing. You still got a pulse. You're not a loser. Things just did not happen. You're a winner. You were born to win. You came here winning. And if you're going through some stuff right now, keep it moving, baby. I'm depressed right now. No, you don't have the luxury of being depressed. Keep it moving. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. Those are not just words that were printed on a page. Those are words that to become actualized in your life. Because you survived. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? You made it out of 2020. Whoa! Don't miss that. A lot of folk didn't make it. Don't take it for granted that you're supposed to make it. So what does it take to make it now, Les? Mental resolve. Next thing is you have to upgrade your skill set. And I cannot emphasize this enough. Getting around the right people. Being around the right people. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Being around the right people, that's major. Do you hear me? That's major. Because it's too many people that's working against you and don't want to see you make it. 1 out of every 2 people you know, they got it out for you. But we will find a way to win together.
I am afraid that too many times we have put so much focus on teaching you to be good seed that we haven't taught you the power of good soil. Look at you and look at your environment. Have you been positioned to flourish? You can have good seed, but if you've been in bad soil, people who hated you, environments that denied you, mentalities that poisoned you. It doesn't mean that you're not right, but if your soil wasn't right, it's going to affect how you root and how you grow. Are you blaming God for something you ought to be blaming the soil for? You cannot take a peach seed and plant it in a teaspoon of dirt and expect it to grow. The seed will only grow when it is planted in something bigger than itself. Are you planted in something bigger than you? Or have you always been planted in teacups? Small-minded people, narrow, limited places that never let you stretch to reach your capacity. Sometimes you gotta go where the corn is.